You've felt it, haven't you? That subtle tingling sensation on your scalp, a feeling of static in your head, especially when you're deep in thought, or perhaps just before a storm. It's dismissed as a trick of the nerves, a phantom sensation. But what if it's something far more profound? What if that sensation is your body's most ancient, most neglected sensory organ, attempting to receive a signal? According to the Gnostic lens, your hair isn't just a biological byproduct. It's a sophisticated biological antenna, a conduit for higher frequencies, a direct link to realms beyond the Archonic veil. We've been taught to ignore it, to cut it, to style it into submission, effectively severing a vital connection to our own inherent Gnosis. The Nag Hammadi texts, particularly those discussing the nature of the human vessel and its connection to the pleroma, hint at a deeper understanding of our physical form. They suggest that the demiurge, in his blind creation, could not fully suppress the divine spark within us, nor could he completely sever our connection to the true source. Instead, he designed a system of interference, a constant static to jam our natural receivers. Your hair, in this context, is one such receiver. Think of it as a fiber optic cable designed to transmit information at speeds we can barely comprehend. When it's long, untamed, and allowed to grow naturally, it acts as a direct conduit, drawing in subtle energies, intuitive insights, and even precognitive signals from the fabric of reality itself. That persistent brain fog you sometimes feel, the difficulty concentrating, that dull pressure behind your eyes, it's not just fatigue. It's the Archonic Signal Jammer at work, attempting to drown out your natural reception. If this story is resonating with you, comment below where you are watching from and what time it is in your timeline. The Apocryphon of John describes the archons as entities that feed on ignorance and misdirection. What better way to maintain control than to convince you to voluntarily sever your own biological antenna? From ancient tribal practices of honoring long hair as a source of wisdom and strength, to modern societal norms that often dictate short, manageable styles, there's a consistent pattern of encouraging disconnection. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about frequency. Your hair, particularly the ends, acts as a sensitive array, picking up subtle electromagnetic fluctuations, atmospheric changes, and even the energetic imprints of your environment. When it's cut, that energetic field is disrupted, much like snipping the end off an antenna. The signal becomes weaker, the reception foggier, and your connection to the subtle layers of reality diminishes. You might feel a subtle tingling sensation on your scalp, a feeling of static in your head, especially when you're deep in thought, or perhaps just before a storm. This isn't intuition. It's your biological antenna trying to break through the static. The archons are not crude. They don't need to physically sever your connection. They simply need to flood the airwaves with static. That persistent brain fog you sometimes feel, the difficulty concentrating, that dull pressure behind your eyes, it's not just fatigue. It's the Archonic Signal Jammer at work, attempting to drown out your natural reception. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a fundamental principle of energy manipulation. If you want to control a receiver, you don't destroy it. You control the signal it receives. According to the Nag Hammadi texts, the demiurge's realm is a construct, a simulation designed to mimic true reality while subtly altering its parameters. One of these altered parameters is the energetic environment. Our modern world, with its ubiquitous electromagnetic fields, its constant digital noise, its endless stream of data, is a perfect archonic playground. Every Wi-Fi signal, every cell tower, every smart device emits frequencies that, while seemingly harmless, contribute to a pervasive energetic smog. This smog doesn't just interfere with your hair's ability to receive higher frequencies, it actively jams them. It's like trying to listen to a faint radio signal in the middle of a massive rock concert. The signal is there, but the noise makes it impossible to discern. This constant interference creates a state of perpetual low-grade stress on your biological antenna. Your body is constantly trying to filter out the noise to find the signal, leading to that persistent brain fog and mental fatigue. It's a subtle form of energy harvesting. When your system is constantly working overtime to process irrelevant data, that energy is diverted from higher functions, from intuitive insights, from genuine gnosis. You might feel a subtle ringing in your ears, a high-pitched hum that seems to come from nowhere. That's not tinnitus. It's your biological receiver struggling against the archonic static. It's a mundane analogy, but think of it like trying to download a massive file on a slow, congested network. The download eventually completes, but it takes forever, and your system is sluggish throughout the process. The common mistake here is to believe that progress always equates to advancement. We've embraced technologies that, while convenient, inadvertently amplify the Archonic Signal Jamming. We've traded natural reception for artificial connection, genuine insight for digital distraction. The societal pressure to conform to certain aesthetic norms, including hair length and style, further reinforces this disconnection. A short, neatly trimmed hairstyle, while practical in a modern corporate environment, effectively reduces the surface area of your biological antenna, making it less effective at receiving subtle frequencies. It's a programmed disconnection, a subtle act of self-sabotage encouraged by the very system that benefits from your spiritual deafness. The archons don't need to force you, they just need to make it seem normal, convenient, or even desirable to cut yourself off. Your hair isn't just dead protein. It's a living, growing extension of your nervous system, a biological record keeper. That sudden clarity, or a vivid dream after a period of natural hair growth, isn't a coincidence. It's your antenna finally getting a clear signal. According to esoteric texts, hair acts as a conduit for spiritual energy, a physical manifestation of your energetic field, constantly interacting with the subtle layers of reality. Within the Gnostic lens, our physical bodies are not merely prisons, but complex interfaces. The divine spark, though trapped, constantly seeks to communicate with the pleroma, the true source. Your hair, in this context, is a crucial part of this communication system. Think of it as a biological hard drive, storing energetic imprints, memories, and even ancestral wisdom. The longer your hair, the more data it can store, the more robust its connection to these subtle fields. This isn't just about length, it's about integrity. When hair is chemically treated, dyed, or subjected to harsh styling, its energetic conductivity can be compromised. Much like a damaged fiber optic cable, the signal becomes distorted, the data corrupted. You might feel a subtle pressure in your temples, a sense of mental static when trying to access deeper insights. That's your system struggling with a compromised antenna. The Apocryphon of John speaks of the Archon's attempts to bind humanity, to limit our perception. By disrupting our natural biological antennas, they effectively limit our bandwidth, preventing us from receiving the full spectrum of reality. This is why, in many ancient cultures, hair was revered. It was seen as a symbol of spiritual power, a connection to the divine, a physical manifestation of wisdom. Warriors grew their hair long, believing it enhanced their intuition and battle prowess. Shamans used hair in rituals, understanding its energetic properties. It wasn't superstition, it was biological gnosis. They understood that the longer the antenna, the clearer the signal. The common mistake is to view hair purely through a materialistic lens, as something to be styled, cut, or controlled for aesthetic or social reasons. We've been programmed to ignore its deeper, energetic function. This is a subtle, yet powerful form of archonic control. By convincing us to voluntarily diminish our natural receiving capabilities, they ensure we remain dependent on their programmed signals, their false synchronicities, their manufactured realities. You might experience a profound sense of groundedness, an intuitive knowing, after a period of allowing your hair to grow naturally. A feeling that your thoughts are clearer, your dreams more vivid. This isn't just a psychological effect. It's your biological antenna recalibrating, reconnecting to the true signal, bypassing the archonic static. It's a simple truth. If you want to hear the real message, you need a clear receiver. We've explored the hair's hidden language, its function as a biological antenna. But why, then, is the act of cutting it so deeply ingrained in our societies? That feeling of being cut off, or less connected after a haircut, isn't just psychological. It's a direct, energetic consequence. This is the Ritual of Severance, a programmed disconnection that has been subtly enforced for millennia, designed to diminish your natural gnosis. According to ancient Gnostic interpretations, the Archons, as the architects of this material prison, understood the power of our natural biological connections. They couldn't eliminate them entirely, but they could encourage us to voluntarily diminish them. The act of cutting hair, particularly in a ritualistic or socially enforced manner, is a symbolic and energetic act of submission to the archonic system. Think of it like this. If you want to control a population, you don't just jam their signals, you convince them to cut their own antennas. From military buzz cuts symbolizing conformity and obedience, to corporate dress codes favoring short, professional styles, there's a pervasive message that long, untamed hair is somehow unprofessional, rebellious, or even uncivilized. The Apocryphon of John speaks of the Archon's desire to keep humanity asleep, unaware of their true potential. A dulled antenna means a dulled intuition, a weaker connection to the subtle truths that lie beyond the veil of illusion. This isn't about shaming anyone for their hairstyle. It's about recognizing the deeper energetic implications of a seemingly mundane act. When you cut your hair, especially without conscious intent or understanding, you are, in a sense, reducing your energetic surface area, making it harder for your divine spark to receive and transmit information. You might feel a subtle sense of disorientation, a temporary brain fog, or even a feeling of being less grounded after a significant haircut. That's your system adjusting to a reduced signal. The common mistake here is to blindly follow societal norms without questioning their energetic impact. We've been conditioned to believe that hair is purely cosmetic, a canvas for fashion trends, rather than a vital biological component of our spiritual interface. This programmed disconnection is a powerful tool for the Archons. By encouraging us to sever our antennas, they ensure we remain more susceptible to their false signals, their manufactured realities, and their constant stream of distractions. It's a subtle form of spiritual castration, leaving us less capable of discerning genuine Gnosis from the Archonic static. The system doesn't need to physically imprison you if it can convince you to voluntarily dim your own light, to cut your own connection. The choice to grow your hair or to maintain it with conscious intent becomes an act of quiet rebellion, a reclaiming of your inherent biological Gnosis. You've understood the Archonic Jamming, the Ritual of Severance. Now it's time to reclaim the signal, that heightened sense of awareness, a feeling of subtle energy flowing through your body. That's your biological antenna reactivating, receiving clearer frequencies. This isn't about growing your hair to extreme lengths overnight. It's about conscious intent and a practical 3-step protocol to reactivate and protect your biological antenna for clearer reception. The first step is conscious cultivation. This involves treating your hair not as a mere aesthetic accessory, but as a living, energetic extension of yourself. This means minimizing chemical treatments, harsh dyes, and excessive heat styling. Opt for natural products. Brush your hair gently, consciously, visualizing it as a conduit for energy. Allow it to grow naturally if your circumstances permit, understanding that every inch adds to its energetic capacity. This isn't about vanity, it's about energetic integrity. You might feel a subtle tingling on your scalp, a warmth spreading through your head, as if dormant pathways are awakening. This is your biological antenna beginning to recalibrate, to shed the energetic residue of years of neglect and interference. The second step is energetic cleansing. Your hair, as an antenna, absorbs not just subtle energies, but also environmental static and emotional imprints. Just as you cleanse your body, you must cleanse your antenna. This can be done through simple practices: washing your hair with conscious intent, visualizing negative energies being washed away. Spend time in nature, allowing natural elements like sunlight, wind, and rain to naturally cleanse and charge your hair. The sun's rays, in particular, are powerful purifiers and energizers. This isn't about becoming a sun worshiper. It's about reconnecting with natural, unadulterated frequencies. You might experience a sudden clarity, a feeling of lightness in your head, as if a heavy veil has been lifted. This is your antenna shedding the archonic static, allowing clearer signals to come through. The third and most crucial step is intentional grounding. A powerful antenna needs a stable ground. This means consciously connecting your energy to the earth. Spend time barefoot on natural ground. Practice grounding meditations, visualizing roots extending from your body into the earth's core. This grounds the higher frequencies your hair receives, integrating them into your physical being and preventing energetic overload. It also creates a powerful energetic shield, making you less susceptible to archonic interference. The common mistake is to focus solely on receiving without grounding, which can lead to feeling unmoored or overwhelmed. True Gnosis is integrated, embodied. You might feel a profound sense of groundedness, a deep calm spreading through your body, a feeling of being utterly present and connected. This is your entire system, from your roots to your crown, functioning as a coherent, powerful receiver, attuned to the true signal beyond the archonic static. You've learned to cultivate, cleanse, and ground your biological antenna. But the journey doesn't end with your hair. That profound sense of groundedness and intuitive knowing you've begun to feel. It's a testament to your entire biological system awakening. Your hair is a key component, yes, but your body, in its entirety, is designed for Gnosis, a complete receiver for the true signal. The Archons sought to fragment your perception, to make you believe your parts were separate, easily controlled. But the truth is, your whole being is an integrated instrument of discernment. According to the Gnostic texts, particularly those that speak of Sophia's wisdom embedded within creation, the material world, though flawed by the demiurge, still retains echoes of the pleroma. Your physical body, despite its limitations, is a marvel of divine engineering. Every cell, every nerve ending, every organ is a micro-receiver, constantly processing information from both the physical and subtle realms. When your hair, your primary antenna, is activated and clear, it allows these higher frequencies to flow more efficiently through your entire system. This integration creates a state of biological gnosis, where intuitive knowing isn't just a thought, but a felt experience, a deep resonance within your bones. You might notice a subtle hum throughout your body, a feeling of being intensely alive and aware, as if every cell is singing. This is your full-spectrum receiver coming online. The common mistake is to compartmentalize spirituality, to believe that Gnosis is purely a mental or ethereal pursuit, disconnected from the physical. This separation is precisely what the Archons encourage. They want you to despise your body, to see it as a burden, a source of sin or limitation. But your body is your most powerful tool for navigating this reality and discerning its illusions. When your biological antenna is clear and your entire system is grounded, you become a walking beacon of truth. The archonic static, which once seemed overwhelming, now merely washes over you, unable to penetrate your coherent energetic field. You become less reactive, more observant, able to see the patterns of the simulation without being ensnared by them. This is the ultimate liberation, recognizing that your entire being is a vessel for Gnosis. Your hair, your skin, your bones, your very breath, all are part of this intricate divine design. By consciously engaging with your body as a receiver, by honoring its natural functions and protecting its energetic integrity, you transcend the archonic programming. You move from being a passive recipient of their signals to an active, sovereign agent, capable of discerning the true frequencies of reality. The system's attempts to control you through false signs and energetic interference become futile, because your internal compass is now fully calibrated. Your full-spectrum receiver is online. The journey to Gnosis is not about escaping your body, but about fully inhabiting it, activating its dormant capabilities, and becoming the living antenna you were always meant to be. You've walked through the hidden history of your own biology, seen the subtle ways the system attempts to sever your connection, and been given the map to reclaim your inherent power. Your hair, this seemingly simple part of your body, is a testament to the intricate design of your vessel, a design that the demiurge could not fully corrupt. It is a reminder that the tools for liberation are not external, not found in ancient texts alone, but woven into the very fabric of your being. The Archons thrive on your ignorance, on your disconnection, on your belief that you are merely a physical being, cut off from higher truths. But the tingling on your scalp, the vivid dreams, the sudden clarity, these are not random occurrences. They are the whispers of Sophia, the glitches in the system, reminding you of what you truly are, a divine spark equipped with a biological antenna capable of receiving the full spectrum of Gnosis. The choice to ignore this truth, to continue severing your connection, is a choice to remain in the static. The choice to cultivate, cleanse, and ground your antenna is an act of profound self-sovereignty. This journey into biological Gnosis is just one thread in the larger tapestry of awakening. In our next transmission, we will delve deeper into the subtle energetic imprints left by the Archons in your daily environment and how to create a personal energetic sanctuary in a world designed for interference. Until then, listen to the whispers, feel the static, and remember, your body is not just a vessel, it is a receiver waiting for you to tune in.